First article of clothing that we learned is a shirt. So a shirt extends from your neck all the way to your waist. A shirt has full sleeves and it has a formal collar. Now, jeans. Jeans are made of a material called denim. Jeans are a trouser typically. Next, we have a suit. A suit is a collection of clothing that gives a formal appearance. We call it a tuxedo often. A suit is made of a jacket, it's made of trousers, it's made of a tie, and it's made of a formal shirt. Now there are shoes. Shoes protect us from the weather, they protect us from the bare ground, and they help us walk. There's a tie. A tie is a part of a suit. A tie can be worn with a shirt. A tie is something we wear when we want to look more formal. Next, we have a sweater. A sweater is worn over our typical shirts, and a sweater helps keep us warm. There's trousers next. Trousers are pants. We call trousers trousers in places like England, but in the US, we don't hear the phrase trousers as much. However, trousers basically means pants. Okay, next we have a vest. So a vest is typically worn over a shirt and sometimes a tie. And a shirt and a vest rather helps us look more formal. It can be part of a suit sometimes. It is an article of clothing that is meant to look more formal, and it's cut off at the shoulder so it does not extend all the way down your arm. Next, we have a jacket. So a jacket is often mistaken for a coat. But the big difference is a jacket is shorter. It only reaches your waist. And while both have buttons and they both have zippers, a jacket is often made of rougher materials. Okay, a hoodie is something you wear over your regular clothes. It does not have a zipper, it does not have buttons, but it has a hood. And a hood is something that covers your head. Next, we have gloves. Gloves are commonly mistaken for mittens, but the big difference is that gloves have 5 different holes for each of your fingers, whereas mittens have 2 holes, one for your thumb and one for your remaining 4 fingers. Next, we have a skirt. So a skirt is typically worn by females, but this can vary. It's more of a fancy or pretty article of clothing, and it covers anywhere from half of your legs to all of your legs. Next, we have socks, and socks go over your feet. Socks help you have a layer between your foot and your shoes. Next, we have a coat. So a coat is like a longer jacket, and it's made of smoother materials. Next, we have a t-shirt. So a t-shirt is a less formal shirt. A t-shirt is a shirt, but half the sleeves are gone, so your sleeve will only extend to your mid-arm. A t-shirt does not have a fancy collar or fancy seams. Then there's a bow tie. So we had a question about this in class. A bow tie can replace a regular tie. A bow tie is used in tuxedos or suits. It's used to make you appear more formal. Next, we have mittens. So there's one hole for your thumb, and there's another hole for your remaining 4 fingers. Next, we have a scarf. So a scarf is like a dupatta. A scarf has, it's like a long rectangular piece of cloth that we wrap around our necks to look pretty and to help us stay warm. Next, we have a bag, and there's so many types of bags, but we'll think of 2. There are purses that typically women carry with them to keep their personal belongings, and then the one in this picture is a fanny pack. So a fanny pack goes around your waist, and over your the front of your waist, the pouch will be. Next, there are shorts, and shorts are like pants, but they're half the length. They reach your knees or lower. Next, there are slippers. So in the United States, slippers typically refer to shoes that are worn indoors. However, in other countries, slippers can also include means have as a part of. They can also have sandals. Now, sandals are in the US considered more decorative clothing that you wear on your shoes outdoors. Slippers are what you would wear indoors. There's a cap. So a cap is commonly mistaken for a hat. Sorry. So a cap is a type of hat. A cap covers one part of your face from the sun. A hat covers all parts of your face or no parts of your face, but we'll get into that later. Next, we have sneakers. So sneakers are shoes that help us run. Sneakers are shoes that help us move. Sneakers are shoes that we need for athletic or recreational or more casual or more active purposes. Next, we have a dress. So a dress is a long connected skirt with a blouse. It's typically worn in more casual, more formal occasions. It's not worn on like a day to the grocery store, but you might wear it to a friend's house for a party or to work. Next, there's a hat. So a hat, like we talked about earlier, can be broken into two types. There's one type that protects you from the sun. So the rim is this outer layer, protects you from the sun, and it goes all around your head. And there's also a winter hat, and a winter hat has no rim and is made of wool. Its purpose is to keep you warm. Next, we have boots. So boots are meant to keep you warm as well, and boots are like covered shoes that can reach anywhere from your ankle to your thigh. Boots are worn in winter typically. Now we have high heels. So high heels are like dresses. We wear high heels, typically women wear high heels, to work, to a party, to some fancy place where you want to look good. High heels give you a little extra height. High heels make you appear anywhere from half an inch to 7-8 inches taller, depending honestly on your comfort as well as your talent in walking in such high heels. So now we have a belt, and a belt is honestly the best way I can describe it. It helps you keep your pants from falling down. Now that we're done with all of our articles of clothing, and if you had any questions about any of those, I want you to reach out to me. You can text me, you can email me, message me on Signal, Google Classroom, anything. But yeah, now that we've gone through that, we want to identify what a person is wearing. So I'm going to show you a group of people, and I want you to pause the video and then identify what each of them are wearing, and then unpause and check with me to see if you got them correct. So I want you guys to pause. I hope you've described it because now I'm going to start explaining. So the woman on the left, she's wearing shoes. She's wearing shorts. She's wearing a transparent shirt. And she's wearing a mask. We didn't cover what a mask is, but it helps cover your mouth from germs. Now this man over here, he's wearing sneakers. He's wearing shorts. He's wearing a bag. He's wearing a shirt. He's wearing a cap rather. And then he's also wearing sunglasses. So sunglasses are glasses where the lenses are turned black. And this is so that the sun does not penetrate. The sun rather penetrate means does not come through. The sun does not blind your eyes. Now this woman is wearing a mask. She has a phone in her hand. She is wearing a t-shirt. She's wearing a dress on top of her t-shirt. She's wearing sneakers. This man is wearing a hat. Notice that this is a hat and this is a cap. He's wearing a tank top. A tank top is a shirt without sleeves. He's wearing jeans and he's wearing sneakers. Okay, I want you again. Pause and then I'll describe them. Okay, so I take it you've paused. This woman is wearing something called a headband. A headband holds your hair back. Now, this top that she's wearing is a little vague. You could have several answers. You could say she's wearing a tank top. There's no sleeves. You could say she's wearing a shirt. You could also say she's wearing a blouse. You can say she's wearing something called a crop top, which means that her stomach is exposed. Now, she's also wearing a skirt, and she's wearing shoes. This man is wearing sandals. He's wearing shorts, and he's wearing a shirt. This woman is wearing a shirt or a crop top, and she's wearing a skirt and shoes. Now, this woman is wearing sandals, she's wearing a dress, and she's wearing earrings. So, earrings are things we put in our ears as jewelry. This woman is wearing a hat. She's wearing a necklace. This is an ornament, a jewelry that we put around our neck. She's wearing a t-shirt, and on top, she's wearing a jumper or a jumpsuit. A jumpsuit is like a dress, but instead of a skirt attached to a blouse, it's a pant attached to a blouse. She's wearing a bracelet. A bracelet is what's worn around your hand. And finally, she's wearing sandals. This woman over here is wearing sandals. She's wearing pink pants, and she's wearing a crop top or a tank top or a shirt or a blouse, depending on what you said. All of those will be correct. She's also wearing a necklace and earrings. This man is wearing a cap, he's wearing a shirt, he's wearing jeans, and he's wearing sandals. So yeah. If you have any questions, please let me know. This was our lesson. The second half of our lesson was reviewing, answering questions. I will post the review materials, but I hope this caught any of you who missed the class up to speed.